Hi, I'm Holly O'Hara, and this is my first video, so I'm very nervous. So if I'm a bit stuttery, I'm sorry, it's just 'cause I'm really nervous. Hopefully, through on most of the videos, hopefully I should get better with on explaining myself and explaining stories I'm trying to tell you. So I'm Holly O'Hara, and when I was younger, I was basically diagnosed with ASD, which stands for Autism Spectrum Disorder, which is an neurodevelopment condition based on the brain, and it can affect other things like sensory issues. We have sensory issues. A lot of people with autism struggle with sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, especially ears. I think most people with autism mostly messes with our noses, our ears, or even both sometimes. But there's also a lot of taste that we don't like, or like there's some things like some of us, like you may see a kid with like a fidgeting class and you're like, oh, I wonder why they have that. It's just because they're having a sensory issue maybe, or they need something to distract them. So there's a spectrum. There's two lines. You've got high functioning autism and low functioning autism. Sometimes there's a little bit in between as well. Now I have high functioning autism, which is on this side. For me it's right, for you guys it may be left. But I have high functioning autism, which means I have less needs, because people with low functioning autism mild need a bit more support, like with spelling or writing or anything else really. Mine's a bit on the other side of that. I just need help spelling, or sometimes I get confused with your, spelt like Y-O-U-R or Y-O-U-R or Y-O-U, comma, R-E, or there, like there, or there. There's a lot of things. Anyway, a lot of people say, oh, autism kids are so nice. What kind of world are they living in? Because trust me, I have dealt with autism kids all my life, from primary school to literally college. I've dealt with it all my life. Most kids with autism, okay, you're right, most kids with autism are nice. Most of them are nice. But I've met some that are absolutely terrible. Like one time in high school, let's call this girl Lily. That's not her actual name. That's not her actual name. That's just a made-up name that I'm using for this video typically. Let's call Lily. She used to bully me every day, and let me tell you, she was autistic. She was definitely autistic. She had high functioning autism, just like I did. So she would bully me every day. Like, she would steal my backpack, go through my backpack. She would spread rumours about me. She would say horrible things about me. She was just terrible. She once pushed me against the locker, and that hurt back for quite a while. But I guess I can't really blame her, because I guess you don't really know what's going on at home. Sometimes you don't know what's going on if something's happening at home or even school. But I think just in her books, typically it was just, I think she's had some problems. But that's okay. People can have a bad day or problems or issues, and that's just something we're going to have to deal with. Sorry if this seems a bit boring. I'm trying to make it as fun, but I don't really know what else I can really do. Anyways, let's see what else. But yeah, and then I've had some friends who have a low functioning autism. So sometimes they can either be verbal or non-verbal, which means they can't speak, and verbal means they can speak. So I have some friends who can't really speak, but I can understand what they're saying. Or like, one of my friends has speech impediment. He's a really nice friend, and I can understand him all the time. Because when I was younger, I also had speech impediment. I kept saying words. I kept saying my word, like my mum understood me when I couldn't say words. Like sometimes I would say spaghetti. No, you say biscotti, even though it's spaghetti. Or you say bicyclist, even though it's cyclist. But either way, it still sounds like a similar word. But that was more Federal, which is a story time for next time. But anyways, yeah, it just means our brain works a different way. And some of us have low functioning autism, some of us have high functioning autism. But anyways, my autism's okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but mine's alright, and I'm doing very well with it. Well, I just want to explain to you guys what my autism was like. And if any of you have autism, I would like to hear ASD in the comments if you do. And if you don't, please subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.